Hello friends, in this video I will show you what is the difference between equality operator and equal methods in Java. In a previous video I had shown what is object and class, how we can implement the class and objects. Before starting, I request you please subscribe my channel and tap the notification bell to get all the notifications from this channel. So let's start. So uh, in my previous video I have shown this slide. In this slide I have shown one object, that is student. A student having got three attributes: name, roll number and gender. And the object property, as I said in my previous video, it has three different properties: state, behavior or functions, and identity. So the current state of this object is name is Mark, roll number is 25 and gender is male, and behavior are get name and get roll number. So we can say that class is a blueprint which having a specific attribute and functions, and we can create different object based on this blueprint, based on this attributes and functions. So we can create multiple objects from the class. Okay, so here is one more property: identity. Identity means it doesn't belong to the state. See, identity here is not means a value in a state. Please don't get confused. Here I may write something different also for demonstration purpose. I took a roll number just to understand that student has an identity which distinguish him from other students in a class. So it represents a unique identity which is roll number. So don't think that it is taken from a current value of the state. I hope it is clear now. So what is object identity? Object identity is typically implemented by a unique ID. The value of the ID is not visible to the external user. However, it is used internally by the JVM to identify each object uniquely. Here, JVM is an engine that provides runtime environment to drive the Java code or application. It converts Java bytecode into machine language. It is a part of JRE, that is Java Runtime Environment. I will make a detailed video on JVM and JRE. So when we create an object in Java, the computer stores them in its memory. To be able to locate an object, the computer assigns it an address in the memory. Every new object you create gets a new address. In Java, we use reference to uniquely identify the objects. This is called a referential equality. Yeah, the name is a bit confusing, but try to understand what is the identity and what is the equality. So here we created the two objects. See, here I would like to clear one thing also: the state of an object is different from its identity. If the two objects have the same state, it doesn't mean that they are identical. So we created the two objects, three objects actually. See, in this student study obj1 and study obj2. So here generally while creating the object we need to follow three steps. First one is the declaration. A variable declared within a variable name. Here is study object 1 and study object 2 with an object type. And then instantiation. The new keyword is used to create the object, where new is used basically to allot the space for an object. And then initialization. The new keyword is followed by a call to a constructor. These calls initialize the new objects. So here two methods are there in this slide. First one, we declare the variable name and then we assign the object to that variable. Second, we directly write student std obj1 obj1 to equal to new student Deepak 10 and male. So in this way we can create the objects. Now we use the equality operator to compare the identity of the two objects. How we will see just a bit slides later, and 2 to 3 slides I will show a demo how we can use equality operator and what is the difference between equality operator and equals method. So here we can see that there are three reference. One object std object 1 and std object 3 refer to the same data, refer to the same object, and std object 2 is referred to the different objects. So we may say that std object 1 and std object 2 are the identical, but std object 1 and std object 2 are not identical. They may be equal, but they are not identical. So what is objects equality? Equality refers to two objects being the same. Two objects being equal doesn't necessarily mean that they are same object. In Java, we use equals method to check if two objects are equal or not. This is called a structural equality. Two distinct objects can be used interchangeably. So for example, here student class is there and we created the two objects, a student object 1 and student object 2. If you see carefully, you will observe that both objects having the property and its values are same. Like in student object 1, name is Deepak, roll number 10, gender male. Here name Deepak, roll number 10 and gender male. So we can say that they both objects are equal. So we should follow some steps to check whether they are equal or not. We will see when we I will give a demo on that. So what is objects identity and equality? Identity determine whether two objects share the same memory address. Equality determine if the two objects contain the same state. If two objects are identical, then they also equal, but just because two objects are equal does not mean that they share the same memory address. We can override the equal method in our class to check whether two objects have the same data or not. I will show it in a demo. It is better to go to demo. I will show how we can use equal method and equals method and equality operator. So I just want to say that, see, here study object 1 refer to the different object and study object 2 refer to the different. Both have the different reference to the different objects. So we cannot say that they are identical, but if they have the same value, then we may say that they are equals. Okay, so I will give one I have written a code for that using that student object. See here in this code I have taken a class student, which we also described in our slide. So in this class there are three variables and two functions. Variables are name, roll number and gender, and two functions are there, get details and get student details. So I use these two functions. One is directly assign the values to the function, and function use these values to assign it to the local variable, and one is directly pass the values to the function, and we can directly display the function, display the that values. Okay, so variables and behaviors of a class, we can say that this is a student is a blueprint. It is a class. They have the this class have a variables and behaviors. So by using this blueprint, we can create a multiple objects. Here I have created two objects. One is student object 1 and another is student object 2. Okay, so I use this student object to assign the values to the member variables, and we can also use these values. We can use object to call the function. So here we assign variables with specific values, name, gender and roll number. Here I assign Deepak, male and 10 to these values, and I pass these values to the get details function. This is the get detail function. Here as these values are Deepak, male and 10. I pass them in a parameter. It is passed to this function. Now we have student name, sorry, I think it's a roll number and gender. So we get directly three values in this function, and we will get the result name, whatever the name is, roll number and gender. Okay, so this is we can directly pass the values by assigning with the help of object. And second method is we just create the object and we directly add the values in the function. We pass the values in the function. We don't assign them with the help of object, like this object 1. What we are doing here, we are passing values to this function. Okay, now we got values name, roll number and string gender, and we assign these values to these attributes, or you may say properties of the student class. Okay, so we assign these values to these variables and we declare the result, we display the result. Okay, so this is about how we use the class, how we can create the objects, how we can use this object to initialize the values, assign the values, or to call the function. This is about the class and objects. We may create multiple objects here. I have, for the demonstration purpose, I created only two objects. Okay, so class is a blueprint, and we can create the different instance of the class, that is different objects of the class. Instances are nothing but the objects. Okay, so this is how we create the class and how we create the objects, how we can use it to initialize the values of variables to call the functions. And one more example I have given here. This is student one object. Okay, in this code we will check what is the equality operator, how it works, what is the equals method, how it works. Okay, so again I have taken three variables, I put those function as it is. Now so first one second, let me run this previous code. I forgot to show the result. So when we click on this first code, you get the result. See, these are the values assigned first a variable and passed to the function, and these are the values directly sent to the function, and function use these values to assign the variables. Okay, so this is about student one. Now this student one class, in this class I will show equality, what is equality operator, what is equals method. Okay, so these three variables are there, two functions as it is, and in this function main method you can see that there are the two objects, student one object, student two object. Okay, so both have the same values, Deepak male 10, Deepak male 10, both have the same values. But can we say that these both objects have the they are identical or they are equal? So I think that if you remember my slide, you can say that these are the two objects these are the two reference referring to the different objects, so we cannot say that they are identical. So how to check it? We have a equality operator student 1 obj 1 equality operator here, and student obj 2. So whether they are equal or not, let's see the result first. After checking this equality operator function, we have one more function checking equality of the objects. Equality means what? Whether that object one have the same values in a state, or whether this as of student object 2. So these are the two different objects having the same value in their variables, so we can say that both objects are equal. So before so to implement this function, we can override the equal method in our class. See, we are overriding the this equal method. So for now just ignore this method, but just remember that we have to override this method in our class to check whether two objects have the same data or not. When we override equal method, it is recommended to also override the hash code method. If you don't do so, equal objects may get different hash value. This happens generally when use class objects having different data type members. So sometimes it may show the wrong result. So that's why we need to override this equal method, especially when we are using different data type in a class. Okay, so now let's run this code. See, you can see that objects have different equality. See, that means this function is this condition is false, it goes cursor directly here and it shows the result objects have different identity, because both are referring to the different objects in a space. They cannot be identical because they are not referring to the same object. Okay, that's why the result failed. That means this condition fails. But about this condition equals method, both have the same values, so we can say that they are equal object. Okay, then run it. See, objects are equal. This is the object are equal, and here objects have a different identity. One equality operator fails the condition, equals method satisfy the condition. Okay, so this is about how we can use equality operator and equals method in our code. Okay, I have created one more example. See, this is the function with the same data type. Here I have created one integer object a and one integer object b. So I just want to check whether they are equal or not. See, you might be surprising that we have not override the equal method. See, generally it is recommended that we should override this equal method, which is an inbuilt method in in Java. As you see here, I check whether values in that objects are equal or not. If they are equal, then only it shows that both objects are equal. Here only one data type is there, so we can directly write the method. Here we can say that if a is equal to b, we check whether that objects are identical or not. In this case, the object have a different identity because they are referring to the different objects. Okay, but about this a dot equals b, we can say that both are both having the same value, so this condition will satisfy, it will become true. So system.out.println objects are equal, you will get this result. Okay, so what the result will be, for this condition result is objects have different identity, and for this condition objects are equal. So this one you should get this and this out. Okay, which are on the code. See, object have different identity, objects are equal. But what if I create one more object and assign my one object to this object? Then what will be the result? Can you tell me? See, let's check. Okay, C and object C. Now what is happening? If you remember the slide, I have created two reference referring to the same objects. We have done same here. Okay, so in this case, okay, objects have the same identity because both are referring to the same objects. That's why this condition is satisfied. And obviously, if it is assigned to the same object, the value is also same. So both conditions are satisfied, and we get the result as object have same identity, objects are equal. Okay, so friends, hope you understand the difference between equality operator and equals method. What is object, how we create it, how we call the functions. So friends, if you like this video, please click like button and subscribe the channel so that you will get the upcoming videos, because I'm going to add more videos on core Java technology. Till date I have created only two videos. One is just how to define and how to use the object and classes, and second, in this tutorial we have learned what is equality operator and equal method, how we can use them. So I request you, if you like this channel, please click on like button. Thank you.